Hey guys, my name's Edward, and I am one of the brand ambassadors for RIVALUS. What is a brand ambassador? Essentially, RIVALUS is going to be sending myself and the other BAs out some supplements. We are going to be using them for an extended period of time and giving you guys feedback as to how they worked for us. The whole purpose in doing this is that it will give you the perspective of real people and not, testimonials by professional athletes or anyone like that. I really want to get out there now that I'm not being paid to do this and I'm not sponsored by RIVALUS in any way. My way of proving that to you is that I work for GNC Canada. There's my name tag. And I also have one of my pay stubs here. I blacked out my address and postal code because I don't really want that on the internet. But there I am, Edward J. Yasny. And again, you're going to see my posts all over Facebook. I'm real. That's really what I'm trying to get across. How is this proof? If I work at GNC, I'm not allowed to work for one supplement company. In fact, the reps for supplement companies aren't even allowed to come out to the stores anymore to give out samples. Reason being is because this would present a bias to the other companies that we have on the shelves. Obviously, we want to give each company an equal chance of making a sale. So, now that the introduction's out of the way, I want to talk to you guys about protein powder. Namely, Promasil by RIVALUS. I have here a small container of strawberry Promasil, and then I also have my chocolate Promasil. Small container is 2.33 pounds, and the big container is 4.66, so there's exactly two of these and one of these. When you go into a GNC, if you're a Gold Card member, one of these is about $15 cheaper than buying two of these. So it's obviously better to make that investment up front. So, why Promasil? I've tried a lot of protein shakes out there. I've read a lot of reviews on different proteins. I've seen, these ridiculous advertisements in Muscle Mag and Muscular Development and all those other magazines where they show, Mr. Olympia and all these professional bodybuilders, with the scoop mixing their protein and claiming that, this product is what got me big. And what I really want to point out is, in order for these men and women to have gotten this sponsorship and these endorsements, they would have had to look the way they do when they walked in for the interview, right? So I think it's really unfair and downright dirty for these companies to be saying, our product is what made this man or woman look the way they do. It's not real. And that's what really kind of blew me away about RIVALUS, is they don't do that. It's a very plain container. Very, very plain. And I remember when it first came into the shelves of my store, I was kind of like, what the hell is this? There's no fancy colors and no fancy advertisement that says, key ingredient, tested in a university. And there's no picture of some steroid-induced gorilla on the back. So I really like that. And it kind of, to me anyway, and maybe this is because I'm surrounded by protein on a daily basis, it gave me this idea that the company is honest. And another thing that I really liked, and it's on the protein, and it's on every other RIVALUS product, is when it comes to recommended use, it says Dr. Darren Burke, in brackets PhD, recommends 2 to 4 scoops a day. What does that mean? Well, Dr. Burke is the CEO and founder of RIVALUS. He's the guy that's sitting down and writing all the formulas for all the different products. Go into a supplement store and find me a product where the CEO is willing to put his name on the product. Everything else is team blank or this company suggests. I don't want to name names for obvious reasons. So I really like that it kind of gave you that personal feel right off the hop. Now, all that aside, let's get down right into the protein. It has 7 different types of protein, so it's kind of like a protein matrix. It has 2 forms of isolate and hydroisolate proteins inside it. What those are your quick-absorbing proteins, and they're ideal for right after a workout. And it's kind of gone one step further by adding concentrate, calcium caseinate, and egg protein. These latter proteins are slower absorbing. They essentially form a jelly in your stomach, and then your body has a constant fuel supply for as long as it takes for it to break it down and extract that protein. Why is this beneficial? My way of looking at it is that, muscle tissue isn't like a light switch. It doesn't repair like an on and off function. It's a gradual process. So why would you want a protein, like a lot of the other ones that are out there that are in and out of your system between 1 to 3 hours? This one's going to be in you substantially longer. And in my opinion, it's going to repair the tissue a lot better. Another thing that I really liked is that beta-alanine has been included. Beta-alanine has kind of been under the microscope for a while now. It's been found to increase, primarily, has been found to increase strength and endurance in athletes. And there was a study, and I posted it on my Twitter page. If you're not following me on Twitter, just search Edward Yasny with that @ symbol. There was a study done after a month of supplementation with beta-alanine. The group taking the beta-alanine had strength and endurance increases of 22%, and this is only after a month. In my opinion, this is very significant. I mean, it's a natural supplement, and within a month, like, it's pretty big, at least in my mind. You know, maybe there's something else out there that I've missed, but whatever. Another thing that I like is that zinc has been added to the product. Zinc is going to raise your testosterone after a workout, and women, don't freak out and turn the video off right away. Just because it is kind of increasing your testosterone doesn't mean that you're going to wake up tomorrow looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Testosterone is found in both men and women. Men just tend to have more of it. Testosterone is one of the biggest building blocks for muscle tissue, and it's completely normal for a woman to have testosterone in their system. There's a lot of women that are going to be using products like Tribulus and ZMA and, namely N-Pulse by Rivalus to raise their testosterone. And like I said, you're not going to wake up tomorrow with arms thicker than your thighs. It's okay. I also like that it's been properly balanced with vitamin D and calcium. Why is this important? A lot of research has shown that you need calcium to absorb protein. But there's also research that says you need vitamin D to absorb the calcium. And a lot of companies seem to kind of forget that second study and forget these results. And they're just pouring calcium in to help you absorb the protein, and that's great. If calcium isn't properly balanced with vitamin D, it can actually clog your arteries and have other adverse effects. Obviously, if you're walking into a natural health food store or a supplement store and you're picking up a natural health food product, much like Rivalus, Rivalus is Promasil rather, you don't want something that could potentially cause a heart attack, right? So I like that I don't have that risk. As far as flavor goes, I really don't like the taste of the white chocolate. In my opinion, it kind of tastes like feet. I'm also not a vanilla guy. I mean, even when my girlfriend burns the vanilla candles, I can't stand it. It gives me a headache. I don't like the taste of it, smell of it. I don't like being around it. So I haven't tried that either, with the exception of a scoop with like a fruit smoothie. In that case, the fruit kind of masks the flavor of the vanilla, so it doesn't bother me. I'm more of a chocolate and strawberry guy. Strawberry is relatively new. It is very unfortunate that it isn't in the tubs yet. I'd really like to be able to save $15 when I buy it. As a university student, you know, that pays for lunch for at least a day, the way I eat anyway. Strawberry tastes great. If I had to compare it to anything, I know I keep looking, The Simpsons is on, I'm sorry. If I had to kind of compare the taste of the strawberry shake to anything, it's a lot like the strawberry frappuccino from Starbucks, or like a strawberry smoothie. It does taste really good. As far as chocolate goes, it tastes great as well. However, I found the first couple times I had chocolate, it tasted a little funky, but I did get used to it. So if you are going to go out and buy some protein by Rivalus, give it at least a week. It may take you a little while to get used to the taste of Stevia, which is the sweetening compound in Promasil. Which will lead to my other point. I like that there's no sugar or artificial sweeteners in this product. It uses stevia. Stevia is a plant extract that stimulates the sweet receptors, just like sugar does, except it doesn't get stored, so it's not going to make you fat. It has no role on your insulin levels either. And I guess I'm going to kind of end with one little complaint. It is all natural with the exception of a little bit of flavoring. It is partially flavored with artificial flavors, and I don't like that. There are other companies out there that have managed to make a protein shake that is 100% naturally flavored, so I really don't think that there's an excuse to kind of put artificial flavors in a product. That's already been touched on by another one of the brand ambassadors, so I'm not going to go any further. Aside from that and the flavor of the white chocolate and vanilla, I really like the product. I think that it mixes well. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, it's not chalky. You toss it in one of your blender balls like I've got here, and I actually have some leftover complex in there. It mixes it up, it works great, and tastes great. So that's my video post on Promasil, and as well as my introduction. My next post is going to be talking to you about PostRx, which is a post-workout supplement, primarily branched-chain amino acids and glutamine, as well as anti-inflammatories. I'll talk about that with my next post. It'll probably be up later tonight, maybe tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please, write them on the Rivalus page. Myself, Rivalus themselves, and one of the other brand ambassadors will be happy to answer your questions. Follow me on Twitter. And that's it. Thanks, guys. Bye.